Usually when people talk about investing, they only focus on the financial returns that you get on your investment, and no one really talks about the positive side effects that come with it. In this video, I want to talk about the positive side effects that I've experienced myself, and I believe that anyone who invests in stocks will also experience these side effects, and some of them can be quite life-changing. One of the things that I experienced that might not really apply to everyone, but it would apply to people who can get a bit caught up in the shopping life, is that investing in stocks fills that void. Many people, whenever they have money, they end up just trying to spend it on anything, and that's how people end up with unnecessary things they don't need, and then at the end of the month they're like, why don't I have any money left? Investing in stocks really helped me with that, because I suddenly was locking my money away into assets, which means it was something useful. I wasn't buying random stuff with it, but it also felt like I'm shopping because it's giving me the same feeling like I'm buying things. When you look at it like that, it takes away the urge for you to go and buy like clothes that you don't need or gadgets that you don't need or things like that. You go from someone who's always trying to just buy random things to someone who's not really interested, and you start kind of being more excited about like the stocks and assets you're gonna buy instead of like unnecessary things that you're gonna hoard. The second thing I experienced was that I ended up learning a little bit about everything. Some things more deeply than others. If you're an active investor and you're not just buying like any ETF or something, if you're actively investing, you have to do some research about companies. You end up doing some research about the industry of those companies, why what they're doing works better than others, and you end up learning about aspects of AI, tech, biomedicine or whatever it's called, how EVs work, electric vehicles, how they work, also about how like the government works, how inflation works, how everything. You end up like getting a business degree and learning all these other things, and it's actually really interesting, and you go into like this tangent of just like learning things all the time. At least that's what happened to me. Instead of watching useless videos or reading useless things, you end up learning so much stuff. The third thing, I mean, this one is kind of obvious, but it improves your financial literacy and it teaches you about like portfolio management. It's like an introduction to other investment classes that you might want to be investing in the future, such as real estate, private equity, or even like having a portfolio of small businesses, or even like investing with your friend or something like that. It kind of gives you like this mindset of how to think about things, what to look for, how to diversify, how to manage your risks. It doesn't like fully teach you this stuff, but it teaches you like to some extent, and it also helps you kind of like envision how this would work and everything. And the final point I want to talk about, it helps you be a more interesting person to talk to, and it helps you mix with the right people. Sort of like you end up having something interesting to talk about with interesting people who are also interested in these things, and it can help you network and build meaningful, even in the business sense, meaningful relationships, and expand your network rather than just making friends with like losers or something like that. Because it's such a vast spectrum of things that come under this umbrella of like investing in stocks, because there's like every industry is there. It's something that like any competent person is pretty much invested in one way or the other, either from like a pension fund, or they actively invest, or they've put their money in some brokerage or whatever. But like when you look at like professionals and stuff like that, there's like pretty much everyone would have something to talk about, like some industry, some company, something. It would help you like expand your network and have something interesting to talk about that would teach you and others something. I'm gonna end this video by saying that nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm just talking about my experience and how I think investing in the stock market could be beneficial to you. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'm gonna leave a link below that has some referral links to some investment apps. If you're not investing, you can use them and they'll give you like a free share or whatever, money or something like that. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to build my channel, and hopefully videos will improve more and more as we progress, and I want you to be there with me, I guess.